Yeah, so Okoni Bamjin for the agenda is very brief. And Chinem Bamji Bikeri, the Chonya Ani, then Nafabonu to room in your fetching never. And so to Brukomba Charamia. We're more on the choose Zambo Congo winner Wumbi.
Much I don't know.
All right, okay, better.
Umbusuya be born Mizang America border Tungumba to a scene at Tongekana. Ni quantity take Nuna Wira, but with Bongo. Ye kana ni to vinu chimbirita ganji me kumwan Yesu Christo. Kane.
Ane. Bene, okay, bene. No. So to Wumbi. In order to under court order in Iran and for each choma, Surugani, a panzom train Jimmy Fettinder, China, the Chirangoni cheer firma bomb physically, so anger. Let's try as much as possible and make sure we be on camera because that's an advantage for us to be able to see one another and then recognize. Because if we were having a physical meeting, then obviously we're able now to meet in person and then greet one another and then acquaint ourselves. But when we have a Zoom, please, except you're at work, if not, then we emphasize that we be on camera so that we're able now to get more used to and familiar with one another. The Kerani Babongo Teran Rabmini Bob for November, but they are already with us too as well. That one is understood. But I want me Esana Fribe Zazing. Is up then the bomb. My venom suffrage. Thank you so much. And I put you away. Number Conde. But you never for Sam, but bong up more. Never more be Rukerum, Chinamera for circle, Chinamoba Yebo, and then it makes it easy for our family to really identify again with Kakabao or Kakakumar and so on and so forth. And that is who we are. I think that's the first thing. To bring Makumba Nigamani. Secondly, we have to be actually bilingual just for the purpose of explanation on things. You need to bring to be a babon bunga and then but you need to miss I but one Jimbo was one day we bring you a momo. Sasi Biramba Mamaka, but I didn't Kungam or a Zumba in the course of explanation, they will know. But the generation is already going. But for to go, and we need to also hand over with the young that are coming. But if we don't train them well, and then once we are no longer there, and then they will find it difficulties to also hold meeting like this. So that's one of the most important things to me. I mean, yeah, if we fear computer, but one which will ban. Let's say it now. What did they say here? And then the cost of explaining, I mean, that's how they'll be catching one or two things. So to Kwapoze, the Manami Akanono Bojim for Sessi, and then the Britain Panzomba Secretary General wouldn't know Batu, the Numbena, the Nagamaka, Madam for Sessi, with Norbatu, the Kerani, Tena, Staticha were now. All this video go on our record this particular meeting one in Ayimakabu and now for the Signal Forum. At your leisure after the visit just to get brief on what was discussed. So that I'm paying a meeting to the Chuba ignorant about it. And anything to Gawangu once is recorded, no modification, everything is just as is. Mr. Tony, I was sick.
Yeah, Murphy, I will get on mute.
Okay. Let him unmute and let's see. Oh. Well, why do a woman mother? Will bang your gun. I'm a greto for I am about team or a band non and then so that I'm going to him wet. No chum more for Yana, but Mutu is in Ezra. Imagani, I'm a gana yumto. So that to touch wiki, but actually, you way. I'm Zagi. I'm Zafred. Tell you now, when I go back, I'm going to be standing him more. For you, you got turning in for your barber, no more now. Ah? Yeah, so that let's be up, let's contribute ideas and see where we are taking ourselves to. Sonny, Chokri, Wakru Ziwakru no Chubo.
Angom offering him this woman to read the
Okay, Akowe, Nji, Tifubin do to Kikera Pan, if be in the big Zagatiki, we always have that item, which is introduction. I mean, even though before I join the meeting, we are going to make that very formal. So,
yeah,
but I'm in younger meeting. Why to acting secretary general? We yeah, no meeting to Orignona. Please, if you are just entering, yeah, the pleasure is yours. Just introduce yourself and let's know who you are, and so we can welcome you officially.
You should be expecting Mr. Tibo from Ohio.
Okay. Mr. Tibo, we've just heard that you are in. You're welcome, sir. All right. If we had nothing, then Sonny is online right now. I think I could see. Oh, Miaka.
Nje mo tara bongo na shi.
Okay.
Yan ba faziya.
Yeah.
Ya nje ni ma bono wo fun ba se tana yenin.
You're welcome.
Je ma yani be tara bongo ba. Yan ba ni chusum ba chini mo wo ye. Ba ste yu finda. Je mo kone wajima kaenga kap.
Yeah, I'm Rukazu Enua. I can't watch Makania. So the floor is yours, Tony. Tuakarani, we wanted you to get in and then brief us on the events. I mean, what happened last meeting?
Okay.
I'm sure you listen to the recording, and you might have summarized and bring out key things so that we can understand and then go ahead.
Ni magwe nu mo ni chini benya ba gama ka even do chanya ai kuma shi non excuse ne no ben ma fa bon fete kar be kai ne hango ga ne bon ai ne tinti ne bo bu panje ba sa na ngo ne je bonu ne benya ga ba kap de bro ju bene ke chi bene ma ba ka jona gwere nga bene ba ka gambe je fete kap nga ba ningen bene nga second, that was October 8. In Sunday nya peme be nga mo October ne fete nya ba gambar nya ba jutonye ka ya no ni me fete nya she nya bram tan an ne chinita ne te arango ne uzin te chuba shi bar vas tan fete ko bichine ka to bo no chuba wo ma ya ne wo jim wo ye bon fete wombi makone fete ko ya ko ni ze chi mi ya zambo ko ku record bichine chi ke ju wani ya ko nga ngwi na nga ni ze na ni ne fete nya ba chi no ba nya ga man ga fete nya ba ko ni ne nga singne ba ti yengu wani ya cha fete mi sa mos nya ba no tumba ba kana ti kerni chinte ni kro ko te ni ko no wajimi ye ko fete de bon ronguni ba ben fa sa shi ko ere ka ne zere ngune te ni ba bongo bene ka kire ni te fa sa fote ni te fote and then to for nya ba ko fete kap nya nga kap te ni ba ko ga mo bonus ni te ku yengu to bacin tin ya fa ban nuwa shi ni tar ku to gene teke den teke ba ngwane bo ba gira kum wene uzine te game wora nga benzo ba bina wa ka we ayan je zatakuda bisi bina ka ngwane gweje afa ba chichwe bo ni te ganele the legal statute the singna zatakuda yango generally ante keni zatakuda nga benzo ni te keni zatakuda wa Chicago ikene zatakuda wa California ikene bongo ombo bakrenga singchere gawa Delaware gawa Boston gawa Dallas tumbini chekri tene bakene ni bongo mbene beze bezichi ni befu fete bom zang so that ye no non fibi de ubok chimbi yari tarku ibako ko fagun ay num ombo ngunun fako ku egam ye ke chwera nguni igene krewye ribanda ri bere mo ikene fete ay singene forte yengo I was in a bar forte but get a car and then to nyab ko nuana chop makap mo ne sing tar ku yengo ba singene a legal statute te kemba man yengo so benya valwere be an be bro nga churu be by dollars $2,500 so bongo mo fa ba ko chubo tonzini ka shoba nun ya wore ki na agre ki ayin buchini tinte di ko te ya ba mene me fasa shi no ko de sechine te frbe kwenye be tekruku bon jeni te fa tekruku chuba shi ya wore te beso ko gamugun so ko ga mugun ba so ko benga bor ko wona ba sa ye ba ken te ko ta shi awon se pena ba se tane ba se chire ko ne o te ba nur ko won chin ba te ko nu ya no mu fa ye ne ba ga ne no mu ye ne ba ga ne so bena ra ba ke ane te va ko konder boni tar ko mu fa si ga mo hu te gene ga so na convention yangu an ba chini tuwa kre gama michin mu kala fa ba ndang zora nini ba te ba gama ne zurfe je akabo ne je chi je za nanga na ne be yi masun fete yangu a wani te ba zurfe ne gunun dang za bone te ba ne niem obo fete se ga bongo ba ka tare bo nyot ga chini nya ba kwe bongo sun no na yangu ya wani te fa tek ba mo lombo na ne tek ba ngwa ne o legal statute da ba wera ne te fa ba bire ga mo ne ga ba were ga sun mo be ne ama bi nu ngwa be ngu fa ba na were ne were sun na nyoro yangu were sun na anu na yangu a zo ne wulin te ba diga aba convention wente ga ante briga te ba ko ya kwandoro ngu fa keni ni ze amba bu kam nan jin mara ba ye ba ya chuo bo na and then the coordinator Mr. Amos nyaba garanguni zane Dallas for propose ne convention korongu don't Dallas ka propose ka ni marazorangu ni marambene singze before organize ni no ko kel ko no wakai ze ka ni convention won mo ga California ke Chicago maram ne before be organize zo to ze ka create problem but wasn't a diga no more to for nen konde ko kore ba ko wumbia chitim ka ga ne to ma ka anu at the end chi ga ga mo and then chintin ya ba ko ga ma wurku nya fa ga ranguni mu ga June every year I move when it bro funding it bro ko ga singana convention yangu bichini mba mi bi to amba ga ni marmu no wa to convention ufu base atena sana me kuda convention yangu ne de sana meta am jijim yangu chin mare bo tu meta so Safred ka birene atonze ne che te ka je ka kon ne jimba fa ka ne war jim na agraki shunun kam o te na so that te ka sana a legal statute yangu so to baka ga bon we coordinator bo tur bo ton ka ka shoba nun kam o war jim na ayin bichine ke ne ko bar mo mo ngam bo ga ne bana mo aba se film ba so noro je tigar war na aga zene bomra da pingu na cinte ba ko ba ber fo ko te ba cinte ba to sacrifice ne fete ko yen tun tar ko fa shi te bisa ya yen gun en cinte ne ba ko jono kot ba mo organize sacrifice ne nu tem yeah so the question is ba ko yera ngone on registration china ke juranga ko bayan registration bi yega mo me registration me ga mo for register for ku to coordinator ka harin te zara ngoni te me ane registration am fa yang wane kum afa su we ka me ga mo bar mo fa se ma to kum fa su noro chimbe be ne ka nu ka yene ye o zena nu mo se yima ma ya ne ji ka register member so take a zero, and then it wasn't bad far to a documentation to a taken to pay the transport time or taken one more by more. So, okay, me, they take a secure Norumba Nurie. So, the zero registration, I can to be renewable. Every year, to prefer new year amount every year to for renew so that the coffers better no more maybe sa ton war mo so mo to the people ya okay pay transport zona ya ura so na ya wo so na wo ke me ya me zona ke mana for pe ga mo me zona pesa zona so at least bame gene gere genge all the time but you baba ya chaboche am chita and then finally nini abamabre ni mo bro chwere zo bo chere mo nga ni ba nu bro tami and then sa frebo ko re birene ka nu na ka de sna wango John Pombi wen ba ka no wachi so nu ro nguze kriye mo kon ba ya ba gambogun gambo che ka chira nguni mo kon ga mo ka zo ne nu ke yan bo se gambo ura pues na ka banu team o jini ka gra akam on ga ba masam on te feche boy okay mbeche ku fe wona kum chum tan wona chine na jere bam jiwa ba ga wada chira nguni ba ka ni ba were ga shina nuwa ba ga nuna awa ba zama no ka be fiti wo ko wo ne nuwa ba war kai ne ngan ka te ka nu ka ku ka tiri ji ku ka zo no bani awa ba ya no se ba se timbe je no fa ba ga de ba se ne to zene ba ka ga ni ye to masta wishi ne ka ba ka no to go nuze gene ba na feedback mo ne ko to mo kono ko cha feedback mo ko num ga ro wo ai ni chu ane ka ko chenga group and then ba ka chira nguni ni ma ore to se ga ngune ze chine ze gi so mo koni bon bisa mana ya ga mo be chagra mo ga forum para wa jimzo and that ba so no rongu ko de to ba ko no ba to again an te kirni zabon ni barzuna all the time no winter is all the time na born of the spirit of growth the bring in God na zabon to celebrate was in bara krika kan was in for ko to ko yan to ko choka wo yan bo choka wo jiwa why wurati ya yana wo be go ba wo chiri be ne wo ka ga yi ga kini le be to wo ne wo zan mu ya wo fa chi ko ya boni bo te bisa ne ya ne wo chi be ko ne ye te fa be zan be ne ka da kriye wo mo ga nu ba ja a wo mo ga nu to ja wo ga nu to ja je ma ba ka se ya ne fa ba ya ni de bi num gum tan fo ko so gɛrɛ bɔ naŋ fɔ zamnu ni bɛrɛ bɛ sobiri ni nga ni kwe ka nga mo wɔna ni ma ko nga kap then no chere ni abu no bo ni atu ai ni Mr. Teacher marwa bo nga 2024 yes ni next year ko be si so marbo bo wona zure so ay bo wona no chere ne the first ni bongo ni bo kumbe ko to ko be ni be nga ta fin kene tigana be jobo mara when I was Zambi when I come Zambi okay but not kene 40 gani en wachom de fete nga base nwe sumzona ni numbona ni bro nya shimitan the Chinun be bonum or Magwin being a check up.
All right. I think SG man American no and Banum being a check up. I mean you captured I think nearly everything. That is on my part. But when I see many new one no more would kazi ko waba one as want to send me approve then so won't be. Let's use 1 minute to round out this particular item. But then we want to adopt the minute. So is it okay? You know, I am born December some more so that we approve and then we go ahead.
I think it captured everything.
Okay. All right, 2 persons, Alfred Sajisha. Thank you. All right, to blow on matters arising, and the first thing Makavana among very fast. Yeah, constitution. Makonit na for Arangoni, Chiano Moya Naziri Chiriku, and to Kuya Guzena and Asana order Yango, Tanafa Core, Tanaga Arangoni, no one review that participatory approach, and that approach at Chirangonim Bamajim. Again, you through that. Tanafa corner preamble, so te penis in this Birangoni. Member ka benefit ye gavasana meeting or yangu amakonti na gamaze, and during that time neon free na bosi mungamno no na adu na anaze chinem na ga ngone na meeting to me gana meeting or catch ngone member getting benefit anything from there bomo ona bagara ngone inde me yena ngone ti nga meeting na chi meeting fruwera then to kebenya meeting atono kumbo ye so I sent na nuyengoze but my corner won't chiribe gamazora the person ngazon is for kongu okay. Next month we have to at least visit this particular part, this item, very important. And some of the one gonna before assist member as well as one assistant, just support members. But the Kerane, we are charity, and we want to incorporate as a charity organization. We are looking at service to the community, looking at how we can help the less privileged and so on. But the option and we big guy, we get a peg guy, we get a lock. I want the cabbage dot to cock away and go in a cabrization at what's water. And I told us in back on we have some kind of duty of care first to ourselves so that we can care for others. And I think next time I will have to explain and expand more on that so that we know exactly why that particular part of the disposition in the Constitution it meant. Because a lot of proponents, but they understand that charity, you are only doing things out. But that's what is very feasible. But coming to the partner, I am Bagera Association, we also have that particular duty of care to ourselves to make sure that we can carry the mission of the association to a different level. So as from that level, and then we'll work up. I don't want us to label this point, except we're more to worry, but I know how intense it is. That's the reason why I said we have to just leave this one for next week. All right. We cannot visit that today. Because I'm not just doing it and then for sobo. We are keeping that part next week to continue on the constitutional review. Next week, Kukane. All right. Then I know incorporation now for call Mokoni Sony for explain again and explain time and again. Everything on earth goes with an identity. I won't be you say be a laptop, you have a name, either HP kagere Toshiba, kagere zo, gerkum. And to come to on get license engine. It's not just coming out with a name, I mean, without any kind of backings. So it's overdue. Mekuda United States have been functioning and not only time for Pironguni, we need to prove that at least we are a structure. A structure on Pironguni, we have everything that needs to make us have that appellation. Can it just exit me, Nukum, and then the two chicks over more fine. We are going to keep them in Nora, and then have a any crime co no commit away. So to fund this initiative, we have to incorporate ZATACUDA United States and not for call. There was a fund drive. I am Bamji. And then the Bamji money to not recall me by P. And I don't know the opportunity after not be cheating after tax of Banagani, or Nagaraki or Nagaraki Nagarangoni. And I bought in a year, I estimate one baggage. So I'm a Geragamo and I'm Geragamo. But Makonangoni brings Solomon Tabi, not a call, but Chan Bamji for a call for Nagamo. Maranaka opened that drive in a very grand style. So Konangunu Bongo bus rally behind. So that is I'm realized. To now know deadline now Makona now deadline again before managers or July, August. But as I don't need to exceed, this is 2 months already after the deadline. We do not comply. And Makona that spirit of reluctance. And as I say, was in a very good English, that spirit of initial. That reluctance should be removed. To move on normal, let's do as we have accepted. My Kemni is very difficult, but to move back to it again. Once the name is sealed, it's sealed. We are not coming back again there till posterity. It remains there and we'll continue to work on that. So, at the end on top closer, Mokone as Jibru Carabambina for quiz Nagamosi. This is Zumbe Kakrana, but Yegamo. Tia boy, bomb bongom na ye fetting level. And it's our concern, all of us. It's our concern. Concern science, teacher, remonotherapy. It is all of us. To me, the bomb that we're all we when he carry chi when any when a BT when any ISS and one when a temperature, what upper. Makoni, that is the kind of way in which to Makoni we have to take this drive through. So, Mabubo at the end, Uberform, this is urban benefit. I tell you, then say Garangoni, the advantage going to Kakaramanimas or the next 4th point Karangoni. Take Garangoni, Zakabono, Unichin to Zanyormian next year, we should have a convention. Kakabibam tat, Kakabibam Ukui. To Brisbane Bamatogo. Chamber Bermutanga American, I Zang Tabi one, and they have their convention. We are going to start it. But in the Corona, they will be very shocked. This is when we are going to start it. And I don't want to move and more. The running. And the chin enough to in June. To move and more, so easy and for environment. And so I don't want to me anyway in June, but so pitch work secretary. I'm but so I can 30 when you could in July because me could meeting in July. Go to say I don't go to year of free team up so to and be. And Makona Zay be calm on Baba na abo recognize a mother, but be careless and I've been young. A dollar again and boom me could have been ball. But I'm saying you will be I'm a John ZATACUDA. I'm a John ZATACUDA and be carrying John ZATACUDA and any burn the canny. Well, no, but I'm saying Biron Goni, but but on umbrella more. I was in any as a Gamsa do Bora. We said do Bora Nimbachini, we cannot prove it out. And Makon Bami year 2, let's show that example. So the Benini next year, our convention, Ayenga June, and next month, therefore call preparation fund. and Bazorong winning next month, Tiabobur's final line. And we must have to legalize that name. Get him back. Need to Musana in January, you need Zapasatan. We are saying that in January we are late. Nizorong is ZATACUDA get a circle incorporation and then get a 51C. And then other tax document. We want that to be done. Shouldn't by January, we are done with that. So that is sending how do we plan for the convention? The Kuchang and the free use that part. And if Chang and Babong Mim Zang Bin and Bazoni Bonun up cheer, Mombawe to be capture or get away. We can use that to invite and then members here and but the only way, the only bridge, net of Babram on the BMA was when we are legally recognized here. And Mokonanguni to say that Charazo. Combaconi and a Parzonani and a convention. I just link these two together. I talk about incorporation first. The deadline we have to do it by December. One, that document to come out latest December, and then latest January. But December, we should be expecting that. Nimadi Aranguni between now and the end of November. When Aragamo, Mobubo, let's finish that particular drive and go through. And then the second part, the Kerangoni, we are going to use this document to invite our phone here. And a ton of name, but since we are going to have this convention, the very first one, Zabon going to marry ye convention one. Marmy ye pay an Kabi America, ye what Sarana, Timbesur, and I am Anzibo, Tikbukazuruna or more ye pay a convention of Ananin, the very first of its kind. ZATACUDA National Convention holding in the United States. We get a whole guest year from the diaspora. Makonongoni is going to speak volume to us. And I don't know anyone to fight to do this. Remember ye PAC, Bambinamba, IS a cabrisi ye number Dallas. No, we have to invite Chinumbo years. So anyway, ye Delaware, need money ye Tyrone, Bambamba years, but I need. But we are going to invite the whole entire people in the beginning to get a new Niraki and I'm back over ye. So, but but the good situation is a plan as well. Then if I say Bassy and Zabrisukuni, so let's try to do it. During that time to forget one more to call no convention, the could plan. And I bought you some of a son nombe, some nombe and the care wouldn't yes no. I don't take no time. It's a good time. It's a good timing. No more any pay for a convention there to then to no wrong. And do that convention to put to Osana, BAM national executive by Yango. And then from there we go ahead. For a moment get a canoe on Arango, just in Aranazet to Wumbi. Anything to add on that? Bira. All right. I'm a Chibiri to Wumbi. The next point occurred registration. And I reiterate this. Registration should be yearly. Here, if not one-time registration in ZATACUDA. Even the meeting, and I want to give my reason again, and I want to really make sure we understand this. One of the source of income, any association first, year registration. You got to so if I can explain it, I want where to turn about nanny, because I don't want to know most I bet you one, and we just need to maybe, for example, allocate some budget, maybe for our fund that comes, cover hotel board. There are a lot of things in the free chair board on about it's and from recession. The next thing you're borrowing, I'm about register every year. It makes you part and parcel of that group. You are committed. To be zoching a woba actor. But in that year, I cover any no way and I yeningabu. It would you saw no more happen. I was a member. And then I was in a chi. I want Uber walk up. Yes. It was a one-time recession. I'm a member. So what proof? Now, okay, member. They're not to acquire some. So we want a meeting where everybody participate. And it's yearly thing. So recession is yearly. At the end of every fiscal year, at the end of every fiscal year, to what you call recession. It's a yearly thing. And now for no cap, we for Aranguni, Makonanguni cap, we will be get now Makon to cover paying a season and a constitution for Aranguni recession in Kabrachi. So to Busuru Amazon cap. It is a yearly thing. I mean, what I'm already didn't any objection good. We're doing an aton to Zufan tour. We're doing carry. But Madigaranguni, she the full register what for once and for all. We know the consequences of somebody being a member and who does not participate. But you know, too much so obligated when I'm a member here, a quirky, Mazan why. Mazan why, the member Mazan why, but as a beautiful ball is in our Mazan Chabizo. So we want to avoid that. Any contrary view to that?
No objection. No contrary view, but I just want us to acknowledge presence of our mom, our sister, Mark Christina from Pennsylvania, coordinator chairman.
All right. Mark Christina, Miaka.
She's just gonna unmute, so give her some time. She'll unmute.
Okay.
Yeah.
Marcos Ocharo.
The 0-0. That 2 fine mami. That 2 fine I can. Azo. I told you Gani as a bonanguni. I'm a chief free bizu anyot ka. Bambanin singles all about to Zubuchini. I one of the objectives in the and Keranyot. Yeah, ka yini ma baz malim ba mazum so akena ya ba wena ya as malim we but I be for keremer but Johnson and maga me ne chiazo what zabrina angoroko jimi akamo
Ma beno.
na me akane near a meeting 1 year second Sunday every month
Happening.
Me na yum walk so to krani Sunday when it being to get to ka kwenyu Kambe to ye uri bom no gabno so that muzanu na no mokone nu brizam zamugo gunaji to bene all right.
Okay, I'm gonna you more ni ka ni ka woye.
I we as akama fies kan abezo china IT department for ni for highlighter here together 9 p.m. Eastern time to kunu krukuri Zimini our year 1 year East Coast 9 p.m. and you to book meeting our year West Coast California actually in Pacific time. Pacific time is 6 o'clock 6 p.m. But you remember turn on and out by 3 hours and then Bani Central time in Texas as 8 p.m. now. So I'm first 8 p.m. I can and you when I'm meeting a call. I was sort of a kereni, I'm a web basser, a buffer bende, I have a tuking more kind of a tea for the bee, a bazurubas, Guma. Giant number, I'm not bending the animal room and yamitable.
All right.
Yes. Yes, then. Then the next thing, China is there for one and a resolution to next thing. Yeah. Yenga mwana could do kurumba to work a zuni awango mo nai grass in the morning. But when I was on a dunga meeting now and through Wilson Soro. And then tonight I'm gonna repeat, and I thought it was very necessary. Let's try to clarify Bongo up to Agani in a meeting war between the focal Queen this is a group and meeting war. There are two things that again in them. Meeting war, I group that trying to form this to the way Bonga. And then secondly, meeting war again is not a circle of friends. Without more time onward was a conflict between circle of friends and a meeting. And then meeting war again is also different from Zangtabi people here in general. In another way, but once our member and meeting or you do an you are not a ZATACUDA. I tell you, but once you are here, you have to fulfill all the conditions. And not ZATACUDA and Mosi. Actually, after year but at time when we are going to work as ZATACUDA member, I quite burning the cherry. But to get to coup and to go to your member, you have to be part of the people. You have to do this. But it doesn't fall under the armpit of the association. The 3 years together as burning horizon.
Okay.
Yeah, together burning horizon, and I don't what I know what happened to agree. As already an example, Makono was in Amba Mona Chiraga. The first person, my baby, Makoran when I am back, teacher. I mean, there were various meetings that were existing, but I'm an anango. Chain meeting we have to recognize our dad. But Ms. Zangben in our condo, they group themselves. Yes, this is what we can do, or this is what we can do, and so on. And that's how that part was done. The same thing, we have various branches that were existing, but there was nothing so formal under ZATACUDA. So, and that's how we have to embrace some of these things. So we are making this distinction for people to understand it. As an association to handle and caregiver association, we cannot handle it. But in association, there are rules. And we are not dealing with sentiments here. With association, there's no sentiment. You go by the rules. Because when you take emotions and you put sentiments in, then finally now it is no more, again, an association. Just a circle of friends. It's another thing. So we want to make that distinction. That's what happened. So to now try last week, make sure I'm here under ZATACUDA, then normally we don't have a good structure. And then to the ball. Let him give us detail. If there's a detail, there's children a norm also going to the Fruki away. We'll go to carry. If there's anything, so that the carrying well, maybe it's in about with that pain is a mortuary, and then now there's a difficulty somewhere. Then anybody now through his voluntary will. But what do we do? What can you do? So that information that we needed from him, we didn't have that information yet. So to work a woman who can now information when let's have the details on what is at stake. And the children going well, this is what they wanted from the funeral home, and they find difficulties, and they could not do it. And then so chabo so to work a woman could so national work up so I don't want to say maybe so Ghana. But as a group, Chintiga group, we are still looking at things. We can assist what? And I may assist at that moment, you members. Like I said, as a group, we are assisting members. I'm here, okay, group member. Then to assist away, but that's how we'll be doing it. And I was in a an individual basis. Nikuchi, Bochina ye, I to get a trying sort of so what's the information way? Then we'll first if manami AC or first na more detail na ze to zone, what can we do on that? I read wishing was he could cheer Marasia. Because we need him to really speak to us. He brought that information and we wanted him to elaborate more on what was at stake and how not as this group, we have to under this group is disqualified. We have to be very clear on that as a structure. Because we are still trying now to do that. We are not yet, we don't know where we are. But as Zang people, we are taking this under this group as an information. And this is how can we use that particular part as Zang people to salvage that particular situation that is coming from that end. There's a trading one is a very angle. Besigaran one on by Yimagam Ongu, but you don't want to Reki and better remember Boga. Baba Sinang is a Kriye, Zoma Digaman Bachini. Let's to the Gagam or Chong Bachini Zafapi happen by Barum Organin. And this we have not come as a group like this and do that. And it pained me, and sometimes I took an initiative on some Nigarang, please, out of your will, this is the situation. But you put it out very clear. We don't want to make it ambiguous. Could it vague? Could it generalize? Just no. Just make it very specifically. Yes, we had a family. This is what had to be done. And therefore, we are coming now to salvage that situation. So that there's only piece so. But then what more different, and then what more different, and then what different, and then what different. We don't like it. And it's so sad. And I mean, it take a very good structure to bridge him, but in here we'll see. Then to bridge Zurubo, we are family people and we'll continue to do what we think we can do. All right, Chinchimaracy and then
Chi wisen manara ya no mo bachine temen guna ni wama amon nenga guna program guna screen ma facha information wisen kitchen so the training program where we set on the 24th the funeral home for our program. And then from that date, that's Thursday to Friday, the program in that the Sunday. Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday.
Well, so, but it's in a Chirazo program. What you are saying is that if you had put it here, maybe for us to see, because now we cannot see what you wrote down and digest it and discuss about it. But what you are saying is, Akafa forum. Did you put it on our WhatsApp group?
It's on our group.
When?
Today.
All right, just today. All right. So so we cannot look at it now and then discuss about it.
It is true. Yeah.
Program
was created December. Mokoni a cap. The most situation first was a chare. China wisdom warfare, Mara warfare out of town.
Yes, like I said, it as a group. Please.
Our meeting, China for that.
Right.
Bongo
all right.
That is okay. Okay. So
Manamo, well, one number, otherwise, your mother.
What she name for increment. So there's a funeral program.
Pakuta.
Yes, okay, I don't want to take this one very long. We, as a structure here, we are not going to, sincerely speaking, debate on that here. But we will create another forum where young people will be able to sit on it and then we deliberate on it. If not, we should be already mixing two things here. We have the information, which is already good. That is the way we go. We have the information already. Should have been a meeting or to use on that formal way to look in that particular aspect, because we don't have, again, standing rules on that. So create a forum, and then now we can now really discuss that on that. So much.
All right.
Yes. Any other thing on that?
If I want to create a special forum for that issue.
Yes, because in this case, it's not ZATACUDA General. Now it's Zangtabi. That's how it is. I just want us to make that dichotomy very clear so that we don't mix things together. All right.
Yeah, but so yeah, if I say any cheer ZATACUDA any care as far as this issue is concerned, but people have, but we can inform people about what happened about because Mama wa birini and young working year. It just suffices for somebody to just throw light that this is what happened and this is so. But we are not taking it further to say that ZATACUDA is taking care and so but we are all brothers and sisters. We are one another's keepers, regardless of the fact that this is an association. But when we come to an association like this, we can be informed about things that are going on around us.
Thank you. Information. If you get me very well, what I'm saying and what I've been explaining here is already an information that I was already giving. And what Sonny has also given was already an information. And I think we've talked on this. These are informations that concern us and we have been doing it. But we wanted to really make it very clear that as a standing, even already meeting, even that we were discussing, there was a lot of issues that we were trying to say concerning this group. We are talking about this is a group and not circle of friends. We are not refusing. If we cannot understand this, then I don't know when we shall understand it. What we are saying is that as a group, we have had this conversation already. We've not had it. We've had it and we continue to remind people on that. Just like I said, the way forward is that you create again a group as that for Zangtabi people, and we're able to do that. Any information you bring it here, we'll talk about it, and then, but every execution should be on that particular group. We don't say we refuse, as I'm suffering. Every meeting day we talk about this.
And don't misunderstand me. I'm gonna tell Mama that that's it.
Cremation. So, but we'll get the details. We'll get the details on what is sent and then discuss more on that. Normally before really cremation, I will just give an example on how a group and members of a particular community can act on certain things, so that we don't use our emotions and sentiments on things which might be for a group and things that might be for the community. That was just what I was saying. All right, the next point, which we are almost, I think we have just to round up. The next point you could to round up this particular point, but the other one. All right, Marcons Banda. All right, thank you. Nagani. Now the next thing was we should struggle. This particular part to relate to what we wanted to no matter how we need to celebrate people when they are living. See, we don't celebrate that. We celebrate the livings. But you know, when we need to celebrate that, we use that. It's a very wrong appellation. I'm going to celebrate one for poor. I don't know what you are celebrating. We need to celebrate people who are living. What for win for one here, Kana. No one we don't celebrate it. I know that we keep using that in our community every day that we celebrate, but you know, I watch over banner what? You have a son if I explain here. World War I, World War II. We are unable to give that person title now. But I gonna yesu. I gonna yango. I was in a way chi. I warrior water to be around when to kuba as you come. According to you, you think that is good. We have to change from that dynamics. We adjust our mentality in Zoronguni instead. But you know, Momo could chubanin. Kemba, Arizona Tababo, Arizona Korobo. And in a way, a warrior was one of the highest Korobono Zena. He is not conscious. It doesn't make sense to us. So the big getaway, she wing. So I have nothing again to do when it comes to that. We give you the only right now when you right of a safe and a quiet burial. We'll get a legacy no at the benefit of those no for Nubo. Ramia just to come and celebrate him in mother worker alive. I in a zungo, Chiego we should change our minds from doing that. Let them do that. But like I said it, I will never be part of celebrating a dead person. I will make sure that anybody let's reach at that person to try. Everybody will have our own days. But I was a year at the gym. No man actually in any chan I am on my no. Yeah, chamber, but that is pride. I say your pride now our chamber, but I know him. He was my friend. He was my father. But your father didn't have anything from you. I say so pride, but you need as a choice, but live. It's not for that person. So to Konongoni, it will be very good. And let's be each other's keeper. Let's try as much as possible. Kopumba mechi. Nizoronguni ichimi ngoni angop medi to wear a mara. To the woman was to woman meaning when younger, then to say yeah, at that time he's not conscious about it. Jeep Madin America no never mizang. Majim wena support a woman on my 50th anniversary. My Konongoni will win a cocoa see Mufriga story in anniversary. Megani I care what na beramara. Ka kira what the ngam no wa ka kira what the mbochin no fang ka kira mbochin wo ku ka kira mbochin ya na bikin wo zo no mutu no wa yeninga wore ya kira mara na beramara makona kira ga jiru wo we ne mazuran guni maka girban ni mana kono guni ichi mana yin wo ya mana aferin feri but my zuran guni choko space makono guni masa teacher ne ke wona kana welcome what makono furejin be jin wuri torin nan so rugaze but ngobon madi ga mini mana mi aka no but each support we na gana nuzo za yana no zambe sai apne so no makubragu makono guni mabru kubragu ira smile zoron guni akraga bu bongo mboko umbu I mean bugamaga but I yera guni chakui mbazo no manoko yana ne o yebe tam kawo you are just trying to mock me. I say you're mocking, you are mocking me. So that is just what it is. So maji bibaye ni garangoni namzang. Mbeni ye, mbeni kabiye. Man America non condote foreign macharami. Zinbakachari. And is it so what? She incident more, nothing. Jima Konongoni, Mabina Panzombo, Tichagidion, was singing timber season but in Morocco Mr. Teacher.
Mawo.
Yes, Mabina Panzone, Sut Oyakunu on a zone for
I was in again my chairman, Chima Bikiranu to my friend. So Chimaka, you know, was
right.
but as all make support young bams, we support young bird. We call the Chino and Binu, so my NSO, my Piangu, never changes in our higher hallway cool Mumbai. The Queen of America, Gaganu. But the Duanu Yiri. So I was in what I am on the Kumbu woman here was in the Yika. Moka Kiram, which you make a mother queen, my mini bed. No queen we need to woman, but I was in with Fachi, but bear war. Pitonese and then in Soma Wongu. Where Nisober Nuna Babi Mambe Ngamu Wagairashi Mazun Mago Chima Bifikira Numa Bruga, but we cause a Nunum Mabena Bomera, Zema Conun, but when you nor was in more pay, there be good coin or a genius any meet the people. Chivawas if happy Bena Bomera, Mary fun. I took away. Shit. Stop. Ngaba. Fabagna. Faba real coroner Marangu. Kaya coroner Bamata. Kumbamazan. It was, to say the least, a new day. And my brother commenter, Mr. Emos, for Weemer for number. Miss Zambina Kushi. Na bene, amiga my friend ni ango fa chiu kam o nu cafe ni to for better them jim to kumbu so my bene emos no and my year part of this especially as a chair chima kira my friend agar my brother mini ni makoni mizang me beni zarakuda war to launch a kunewo bunun problem basu our one we con ane so my beninga winner chibawaji for chimangu so won una bersikirene je barbot makonim bubru na more report and all that videos but it was to say the least but no number one to buga I mean could my friend way to tumu chambi
Abana. She the brother I'm more on that. The only thing to brother I'm more in I'm a get a normal with carry. I change the rand for call. I'm a get a normal to Bubo Bongo, but with carry. So that to Zuchina to the football, take a no. Next year, take a rani, Ango King, Sagidi, Maraba, war retirement for Azibunga Bengazon for where a bank for server Benzo in his capacity in his role. And news is a bunga November 9th next year. Makone is 1 year from today. Chintaga money. Nembam no obubo option magaranguni ayefune ka away refer ki mbachine tema fa pene san refaga ko tu so azuno cha urinji wa kereni tawo bo ne ta gere bon go na kere kambe ne brisi ye wanjimbo ya to to nomno ya embo to tusi to nomno mokono kuchiwe chire bre to konongone to brokopa mbam kuchi ji to broko plan program we bre ku yanibo fan before we this forum before we create on that yumbre pay to bre za bar mo ngabo mbena to kondo care force to fagani azono chi wor mo yima wor mo is non mandatory to work ya amokondo amrebe kode abasan bambeni yem bubruga tina yana uzana wo makom ai china bagwe ka ma ego mo so tabu chwene ka no so chuchu ogwe kom nar maikom so ai chinze yiwe nji to zinga kondo wacher me bolga za mo na ye before then te fagaranguna ya meeting one in integrate and autonomous social events in our constitution. Zota gamen bechite be gutarku na ayamina the way we can support ourselves so that ye out and then agamo to support do so agamo which garanguna is a war on association in a way the better more sabrabo wera yiti besagam gamzo sagama wumbi ji makonanguna gumombena take buku duranga minute more fucking seven semester ji the bruce wona na other matters and then new na finance na so ni brief from bombe na fucking na agam ona other matters ni taga ka finance merbe sunu yete yante brisanze o sunu merbe unyi taka time na bombe na fucking contribute cover na incorporation way just to gumba chini mariga ni tadi ko so Zumwanbe 1 to 30 Zumwanbe so that we realize the project now but accordingly we have to embark on next year. So what more get no more other matters. To move other matters announcement why Sony will prepare that financial statement. Then what more get no more other matters. All right, I'm a she then the children going to no more. And no day more announcement. She will make an announcement more. All right. Announcement we bring a more any more host Mekuda General next year. Dallas make former Mekuda sub branch of Mekuda here, Mekuda no DW. And finally Chokeshan Mekuda again and branch work here. We are now 17 registered members. So more host Mekuda General. So for no Minnesota way and as obvious bona Roko mbochiro ngoni tume nyanga June winter nyanga June amba no ra kamano fa ye ubasu chubime kuna ganan gna basinya mekuda so makono ngoni bon za pene ni berfa nyi meeting no zo fa azena mafa kwifa anga mekuda and then kono ngoni makono mekuda mba ye ganan to realize mo but see you sabo zonon norafeti and during that meeting bezero ngunu ZATACUDA te bring a pan and ZATACUDA gamano mo bechini na anyum ono na Chicago beton ZATACUDA no beton village meeting lucky enough ni bob na no tom si ma for bono ne gamano mo de mizang te bagam de amba so ni atadi garangoni the next year no be able medal as an opportunity but bongo no but see so Dallas. So let's plan a lot. So Mekuda wa yimaganan and then to Bagaragun ZATACUDA. Wabore yimaganan Mokona Chichomwe. Once we do that, then to the Bangwan is then we are going to have a lot of population. Let's jumpstart it somewhere. Option is on the be me tat. The option to get a meeting, I mean, able to for call. Mbeba say that be another rabo. But in Timuku Gamani and Shira Gomo, to bring Gaman in a room chorbe. She no more boga. So the bond to move Zamani to call. And let him for Ben to Bruconi at Mafagana as a Mbara and Ukuzungu Cambona Yirsu. I am Bowers on Berku Juguri for the Biniga welcome. Plan way, Bennett again invite now, Mombia, so far away. I am by Kerim Buchin Ayakuna. Boy Yirsu. So many Masara meaning Babeni, then to Gagamo Rakum Muzang, no, won't be. Mokona me announcement when I'm a Kanagama, Tonozene. Any other announcement? But I'm cheating to Napanzombo, Sonny were Nene Akabum Sofa Fana I can capsule forget it on a bam native one day.
Okay. Again, together turn up by I choke. Yeah, but I'm gonna go in list winning Mabubu born and Nick was not gonna forum because my phone free chichi my free share information wearing that. So Nick I'm get at least we go to my kaka post. I will forward now back.
Moka bedroom no. Again, to post to guna forum, main forum, right?
Yeah, I'm gonna mail from work or excel them my deliver message.
In the chima free delete them ongo.
Oh yeah, you won't get appreciate I will new forward now. Because I'm on a burner,
Right.
Chinamaro, Mama, I wanna Pennsylvania, and I can't buy a better account. Yeah, will be back happy killer, Bamba Delaware.
Oh, what Delaware?
Yeah,
Ah, okay.
I can PA sign here.
To Bethlehem. To Bethlehem.
Bethlehem. Okay, I'm a right child dress them. Mas na questão, mano, foi só not here.
Okay. But Makucha address. Look at maybe Kerry, you couldn't be Makucha address here.
Sonny Iron. So I number where Makona name gonna always
Come here, where?
Sonny Iron.
Sonny?
Yes.
Okay.
Onga forum na.
Ah,
Onga a forum ka a join me meeting actually.
I'm here at Chona Gideon, I'm missing your meeting.
Okay. Busy Onga forum. So that first question
Yes, so nunga number mara, and then so that you can now add her on forum. Yeah, so
man, I know back again my member
Ah,
in a number manashi.
number 484
Uh-huh.
767 1619.
Okay. 484 767 1619.
Yeah.
Okay.
Phone members, Sonny Money, yeah, and be my message we won't go.
some more copy will paste some more copy will paste a ton so that
Yeah.
we can look at it. Let me just copy. Let me just copy and paste it on that so that we can now look at it. According to Menengaton to those that ZATACUDA USA Incorporation contribution list. According that's the last thing I just posted. Nengazo to those who kumte. Yeah. Azo. That's the last thing on the forum.
Yeah, it should be there. Yep, it's there.
Okay. Yes, I just copy and paste. So, Makoni Sony, Avazono.
Yeah, together Tabi Solo 500, Mr. Teacher Gideon 100, Mr. Amos Agbe 100, Mr. Yensoni 100, Nibob Toche 100, and Mark Constance and 100. So total of 1,000.
So to me, 1,000 was a big pay, win back. So it is not. So my born body, if this way to re. So only one must I'll add again another 100 to go the cop. I think I will send it to you tomorrow. I'll sell it to you. To let's try and then sacrifice. We're gonna go to take one more. Genome born to Gama Sierra and we are not going to realize it the way we've planned. And sometimes we have to sacrifice as Bambene for corner Janus or Yen. Cabin because a yeranjim, but say ma. But Bambeni and in the world more to re to Yeram on let it go up.
So I'm going to say I'm going to too many actually over a year. So I'm just either cash up or something. So,
Okay.
Yeah, I remember. So now I'm going to tell you maybe now Chintara money. Maybe sell away 100 to add on that so that you update the list and we go ahead, please. No bubo was in Chabonga Bam. Let's finish this exercise. Makoni, we are bad. We are zoning in the Kuchia. This is too small for us to be talking on this a lot, but we just want everybody to commit. I told us in Tiga, the community should come on board. So as a trader, I know. When mom yes you forget but so need you one anything what ara to wanna see you so that by the year cap will forget please but I come to watch you when I come to be so near reason but corner wouldn't to let's put it down. Let's make this exercise go to try and zone into manner correction. But you know we are just going to one manner bazaar. Obama di zurukum ni before yega mo ogun so that mana gozono in fetcha so ragama yeno chara
Well,
which into mun project kokwe abo warren in bam no we are unable to even contribute 2,500 can must be any anu come yes ka pay na zeni what are we going to do? Let's mbamazang to triangle we can do it better. Zo yen ngba wan zen so that ngba no zen Manarakum table. Sonny call the names and then Mokoni number one. Mokoni teacher for any Tacham on a Mokon Agana last week. What Chagam on a guna cash up. So Chindagamane more chat, but the child more to warning. Una is there after tell you now.
Chairman.
Yes, neighbor.
Yeah, well, the thing is, well, before I continue, put Beatrice Torture $100 for Sonny.
okay.
Beatrice Torture. Beatrice Torture.
Okay.
$100.
Thank you.
And then just a quick input on this.
All right.
As you rightly said, you and I, all of us here, we know the number of ZATACUDANs who are in the United States. We have at least a brief idea. This number here, I must appreciate all of us dedicated. Each time we have a meeting, we're about 10, 11, 12, 10, 11, 12.
Right.
But we are way more than this, more than this number of well, I will not withdraw the word, well-to-do ZATACUDANs in the United States. We know them. What can we do? I was thinking of one thing we can do again, another membership drive. You see, we live in different regions in the United States. And in the different regions which we are, we know of the folks of ZATACUDANs who are in those areas. And it so happens that those of us who are regular here, we come from different areas. Right. We have Giddy is over there. You are there in Dallas. I think Sonny is over there around this Delaware, Maryland area. I'm here in California. You see, it is covered. And Solo is around Chicago. which is a big hub of our people. Okay. Is there a way we can do another drive by actually saying, okay, let's try away and get in touch with these people in our different areas? We try to come up with a list. I think maybe Sonny, you know of some of our brothers who are in your area. Gidi, you know of somewhere in your area. I know of those who are in my area here who I can easily touch, or they're in Chicago. Let's try and get these folks on board. Let them know. Maybe they don't know. Even if let's try again and see if we can get more on board. And now that we have some big things coming in front of us next year, big things. When I hear you talk of our convention, great, kudos. We're really looking forward to that. When I hear we're planning to bring His Royal Highness, the clan head, boy, that's great. These are great things coming. We need our folks to be on board so that at the end of the day, it will be, the whole thing will be easy for all of us. Well, that said, sometimes I like to match my words with action. For those who know me very well, I think I have about 8 folks in my area here, which let me here say, latest our next meeting, I will personally do everything possible to get in touch with them and make sure that they're on board and they're following up with all these developments. If we can all do that in our different regions where we are, I think this thing will, pick up from where it is. It needs to pick up from where it is in terms of membership.
Thank you, Ni. I think
that's my input.
You nail it. I want to say that is a wonderful contribution and the way forward. All of us in different zones, we are acquainted and we know exactly those that are within our own jurisdiction. More easier, even those that are not coming. If we have this drive zone by zone, I think it will be more appealing that I can equally contact those that are not even coming to inform them that, guy, you know what, this is what is going on, and if you're not coming, please send something. This is what we need to do. And so that by the time that we are meeting next month, I should be giving a report of my collection here in Texas, more particularly those that are around me. And you in California, the same thing.
I do the same.
Yeah, Mr. Teacher that way, Sonny that way. I think that is a brilliant one. So we will resort to that particular procedure. Kumbakonia.
Yep.
Yes.
That's the best suggestion.
Okay. So once we are coming next meeting, we are said that we just have to kick everything. We have to kick the ball rolling. That particular incorporation had to be done. So it's a brilliant idea. And we need input from everybody so that we can drive this thing go ahead. So Sonny, you put on the forum that the drive now will be a regional drive. So in this case, it will be zone by zone. So that, you will know that here in Dallas, I will be in charge. Just put it that way. In California, in Delaware, in Maryland, South Fred is there. Then in New York, we are just going to make sure we locate our people wherever they are and then get them involved. Which in the next year, we cannot begin a very good project and then we leave it and then we have to do something. So, having said that, Makoni, it's in the chair announcement more. Makoni, this meeting will be adjourned for the next Sunday, which will be second Sunday in December. And you move Christmas, we've not yet started planning on how to do that, but we didn't review ZATACUDA to break it in a woman to maybe recognize certain kind of people, but we'll have to see during our meeting and then discuss on that. Maname cannot go Jim. A number of chonka, you're very impressive. And Raymond, we are glad to see you again. And for already for some photo, that is the spirit we need. A spirit what we need, but you need a bomb of a piran for Venimanga Gaja. A 7 no more as a beduraya. And that spirit, we don't want it. We want everybody to come on board. Kunumba Kakachinji. Ayenga meeting one to bring Banunga. Man America, no. Neville, you are trying. I'm happy that at least all time you always make sure you come. Beni chia ni makerum. Nimba kubakweye.
Benny is the coordinator. Yeah.
Yeah. Let's make an effort. Not for any Benjamin Zaya and Bamjimageri. And I mean Babu Teki. I mean Tabachaka and Babu Chaka. So but Chiri Ben in Kumwe I am Bas Chakasana Ben Young but to break up Yima Bomba Angop, then we cannot cross the bridge together. So the bonne to make sure that Yima Bomba Angop. So no moment she hang up, but she hang meeting to prove here. I'm going to take a sort of Chintet sort of best sort of Taraku. Jiman America, no, number so watch it.
Met the Sima word nor tumba to Kumba Bambina.
Okay.
Yeah, number Richard.
All right.
But member of the list. So together, Mav Beatrice Toche 100. Together, Messiah Morse 100. And then together, Mr. Raymond Tangambra for before Manakuna 10.
Wow, that is so good. John, you see, that's the spirit.
Then one Maboro Fima Cash Up, Negative Tom Day says, I'm a Benigidi. Zena,
but is there over fine, no?
Yeah, I'm 05.
All right.
Yeah, I'm also member of the release.
Borobona, Namaka, no number IT department. Na Fazona, Wafan. Yeah, you mane. Take care of Mammy Werenjim, but Mara Yimuka for none. Gidi sa Mammy Werenjim, I marry Yimuka for China. In America, Namaka, no more. Yeah.
Yeah. Mama Pennsylvania, mother's saying a forum. Immediately.
Okay.
Yes, I'm a Sophia. I'm saying I was forcing.
Okay. The Buddhist
Over other group.
So,
Yeah.
Sonny, I'll forward a phone, no, Mother in my chair, money.
More yourself on multi-purpose services.
Yes, so my first change, about watching the Rani meeting for closer week. It was in water chum, then to Surugama cap. Surugama cap. But if there's anything doing about more, I can't do more, but Chaguna forum, the Bubo. Somebody year or more, but Chabuguna forum, so that to run on will not.
Met enough as a message.
All right. Christy, this is so no. Borbot Mabia, Borbot with Jim.
Okay,
That's
so
Okay.
Borrow. Thank you, Jim.